every single minor league and 68 of the 192 teams in those leagues. Collectively, they have 88 seasons of minor league experience. Maybe another book will focus on a different group of guys. For me, these are the guys whose stories I am choosing to tell. All of the players mentioned in the book will be introduced by their first and last names as part of their personal draft stories in the first 2 chapters. After that, they will be referred to only by their first names. Some players have asked that some of their stories remain anonymous, and I have honored their wishes. This book is not an attempt to highlight or profile any particular player. I believe each player's story is unique, and each player's journey is just as interesting and important as the next. Gathered together, this is a collection of stories that I believe represent the lifestyle of minor league baseball. I hope you learn a lot, laugh a lot, and maybe even shed a few tears. Enjoy. Chapter 1. Pick Me, Pick Me. Most professional baseball players begin their careers with the MLB first-year player draft. When you think about the draft, you might imagine that all the players are sitting in a large studio on TV, cameras focused on them waiting for their names to be called. And when they hear their name, they stand up, hug their family, high-five their friends, take a selfie, and walk to the podium for a picture in their new team's jersey and cap. Or maybe you picture them in their living rooms, surrounded by loved ones, gathered in front of the TV, all cheering and clapping when the player's name is called. But that's not always how it goes. During the 2018 draft, a total of only 6 players were sitting in the TV studio. And yes, every year many players are surrounded by family and friends, and they do cheer in jubilation. However, there are many more who are not. A college player might be playing a postseason game when his name is called. A high schooler might be at his graduation or his graduation party. Some players are alone. Some don't even know their name is selected until their phone rings and it's a scout. Really? Yes. Furthermore, even though for many players the draft is a dream come true, it can also be a disappointment. Some players are thrilled just to be drafted, but others might view being selected in the second round as a disappointment. And frankly, most eligible players don't get drafted at all. So what really happens on draft day? What goes through the minds of the players? You're about to get a day-by-day inside look at the draft, and it's not what you expect. The Major League Baseball first-year player draft is held every year in June among the 30 major league clubs. The clubs select players in reverse order of their won-lost records at the close of the previous regular season. So the worst team picks first, and the best team picks last, regardless of league. There are now 40 rounds. Up until the year 2012, there were 50 rounds. The draft takes place over 3 days. The first day consists of rounds 1 and 2, plus competitive balance rounds A and B, which are additional selections granted to certain teams following each of those rounds. In 2018, there were a total of 78 players selected on day 1 of the draft. Rounds 3 through 10 occur on day 2, and rounds 11 through 40 occur on day 3. There were a total of 1,214 players drafted in the 2018 draft. That's a lot, but not when you consider the number of players that are eligible each year. Who is eligible for the draft? Baseball players do not have to declare for the draft. Simply put, a player is eligible for selection in the MLB amateur draft if the player is a high school graduate who has not yet attended college or has completed his junior year of college. Players must be a resident of the United States, Canada, or other U.S. territories, for example, Puerto Rico, and have never before signed a major league or minor league contract. Each year, there are over 140,000 draft-eligible players. How hard is it to get drafted? In the 2018 draft, 1,214 players were selected from the approximately 140,000 draft-eligible players. That's less than 0.9%, or about 1 of every 116 baseball players. Not just 100...